Hello everyone. In this video, I am going to explain you what are JavaScript variables. I will explain it with the help of some examples. First of all, what is a variable? A variable is a named memory location to store some value. Means, for example, this is our memory. So there are some portions inside this memory, and I have named this portion as A. Means I will call it as A. This is the variable. So when we name some portion of a memory to store some value, then that name is called variable. Right now I am storing 5 inside this portion. So the variable A means it has the value of 5. There are 3 ways to declare JavaScript variables: using var keyword, using const keyword, and using let keyword. Here you can see that there is some code written var a is equal to 5. So this is how we declare a JavaScript variable, and at the same time we are assigning a value to the variable. var a means that a is the variable, and then 5 is the value that is assigned to that variable. So the named memory location has a value of 5. The memory location from the portion that I have named A will have the value of 5. Similarly, there is another variable var b is equal to 6. Here I am declaring a variable b and assigning value 6 to that variable. Means there is some portion in the memory that whose name is b, and I am assigning 6 to that portion. Similarly, variable c, varc is equal to a plus b, means whatever the value in a will be added to whatever the value in b and will be assigned to c. Now you can see that this operator, this is assignment operator, is equal to is an assignment operator because it is assigning a value that is on the right side to the variable on the left side. So that's why it is called assignment operator. So a plus b, the values a and b will be added and will be assigned to the variable c. Next, I will explain you some examples that I have written. Here are the examples. First of all, I will open it in Notepad++. This is the example code that I have written. First of all, you can see its structure. The first line is doc type, then HTML tag, then body tag. After that, the heading tag, then paragraph tag, and after the paragraph you can see that I have written script tag. While in my previous examples you had seen that I had written the script tag inside the head tag. But why we are writing the script tag after the paragraph tag, I will explain you after explaining this example. First of all, you just focus on that the code. In script tag, this is the JavaScript code, and inside this JavaScript, what we are doing is that we are here we are declaring a variable a, var a semicolon. It means that we have declared semicolon is the part of the syntax. Syntax what is syntax means? Syntax means the rules or grammatical rules of that language. So this is the part of the language. Without if we delete a semicolon, it means that there will be some error in our code. So we will have to write the semicolon with it. So var a, with the help of this line, we can declare a variable with that the name of the variable is a. Now in the next line, I am assigning some value to that variable. I am assigning 5. A is equal to 5. Now a has the value of 5. After that, in this line, what we are doing is that we are assigning, inserting this variable inside some paragraph by first of all document dot get element by ID. Now with the help of this code, what will happen? The browser will check each element from the top to bottom of the document. It will check get element by ID. It will get the element that will have the ID of k. So first of all it will check which is the element that has the ID k. So it will check one by one. It will check inside the It will check inside the body each tag one by one, like h2, there is no ID, then this paragraph, then browser will find out that this is the element that has the ID of k. So it will take this element into account and it will see that what's the next document dot get element by ID k dot inner HTML means its inner HTML means this one. This is the inner HTML of paragraph tag. So it will is equal to a. It means that it will replace this text and it will write a instead of that text. But what is in a? A means there is a variable a and a has a value 5. It means that instead of this is a paragraph, the value of 5 will be written. It will only 5 will be written over here. So let's check our code. For example, and here you can see that this is the code executed. First of all, this is the heading tag that I have written over here. Then there is a paragraph tag. We are assigning this value. This is the text, and after that this is a paragraph. Instead of this paragraph, you can see that the text is not displayed, rather the value of 5 is displayed because of this JavaScript code. Because with the help of this JavaScript, the inner HTML is changed to the value of 5. So this is how JavaScript code is used to make changes to the HTML document. Now there is another way to define or to declare a variable, that was let. So let's write let inside instead of this var keyword. So I will write it like this. Let. So save this, and here you will see that when you refresh the page, the result is same, because with the help of let, you can also declare the variable that same like you had declared the variable with var. Let's change it to something else. For example, a is we write some. We can also assign some text to the variable. Instead of numbers, let's assign a text. So I write like this: I live in This is the text that I have written and I have saved the code. Now let's check what happens. Instead of this text, the value in A will be displayed, and the value of A is this one. The text will be written instead of this text. Let's check it. Go to the browser, refresh the page, and here you can see the result. Now A has a value that is of text type. Similarly, we can do any operations with using variables. You can let's do some practice in it. What I'm going to do is that I'm going to do addition, multiplication, and division in this example. So I will use var A, then var B, then var C. Now I will write C is equal to A plus B. C has the value, or you can say write sum, and sum is equal to. Now sum is the variable that has the sum of these two variables. Let's again declare a variable that will be subtraction. For subtraction, we use just this variable name, and then I write it like this: A minus B. Then I write like this: var. For multiplication, I write var mult. Now this is the variable name to multiply the variables A multiplied by B. Now I am again declaring a variable div to store the division operation div is equal to a divided by b. Let's check the result by just printing it or writing it in the document like this. Here I will declare, as there are sum, subtraction, multiplication, division, 4 types of operations. So I will declare 4 types of paragraphs. In the first paragraph I will write sum. I will write here sum of 2 numbers, and its ID will be sum. Similarly, I will declare 4 types of operations, 2, 3, 4. Subtraction, subtraction of 2 numbers. Then multiplication. Here I will write MULT. And now here we write multiplication of 2 numbers, and here I will write division division of 2 numbers. Now this is our paragraph. There are we have 4 paragraphs are there. Now inside the code you can see there is a JavaScript code and 2 variables I had taken. Sum has the value of addition, similarly subtraction, multiplication and division. Now I will write document.getElement by ID sum. Now I want to change the inner HTML of this paragraph. For this purpose I will use this ID sum. I will use the ID of sum. So here I will write sum. So the browser will check the element with the ID sum, and its inner HTML I will change it to this variable, this one sum. So I will write here sum. Similarly, for other things I will write like this. I will just copy the above code to for quick coding 3, 4. So now here I will write the paragraph ID, the ID with the paragraph that has a subtraction result. So I will use this ID subt. Here I will write this thing, this ID, and its inner HTML should be the subtraction result, means this variable. So I will write here this the variable name. After that here we have multiplication, and this is the paragraph that has the ID mult. So I will use this ID and will put it here. So the browser will check for the element that has this ID, and its inner HTML will be the value of multiplication, that is this variable. So I will use it here. Similarly, here I will use the ID for division. This is the paragraph that will have the division result. So ID div I will use here, and here its inner HTML should be this with this variable, because this variable has the division result. So I will write div here. Now I will save the file, save or control as. Then I will check it, open this example, open this code in browser. We will see that, okay, there is some error in it. Okay, here you can see that we have declared the variable, but we have not assigned anything to the variable. So let's write a is equal to 5 and b is equal to 6. Now save this code and refresh the page. Here you can see that the sum, subtraction, multiplication and division are displayed correctly with the help of this code, because now we have values in a and b variables. So this is how you can code in JavaScript. Hope it is now clear to you that how you can code in JavaScript.